Hey YouTube, this is Zabuza bringing you a Gen 2 battle today. Looking at my opponent's team, it's very interesting. A nice mix of threat list Pokemon with some average hitters. I've never battled a Snubble or a Glameow in Little Cup before, so this should be interesting. Okay, let's get on with the battle. Today's battle is against BlackDevil, who I met on the Smogon Wi-Fi-Battle Finder. I'm going to lead off with my Strobus, as he's going to send out his his Glameow. Now, I'm going to warn you guys now, this is an extremely hacksy battle, and oh my gosh, I was so PO'd at the end of it, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, he's going to fake out my Strobus, and he gets a crit, of course, and then he goes for a U-turn as I set up my Stealth Rocks, and seeing as Strobus won't be able to outspeed anything on his team, I figure I can just leave it in for fodder here and get the switch initiative. So his pushback, his Mienfoo, switches out, and now he's going to send out Tina, his Snubble. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Dirtbet, my Wooper, and I'm going to scout out what it's going to do as I go for a cover. He goes for close combat, so, you know, that's okay. I'm going to get all my HP back up because it didn't even do half. And now he's going to pull back, seeing it doesn't do even half, into his pushback, his Mienfoo. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, and it does a little under half. So I'm going to pull back here, expecting the Fake Out into my Black Mage. As I predicted, he goes for the Fake Out, and now he goes for Payback, so I'm just surprised he went first, so didn't do a lot of damage. I'm going to go for Nasty Plot to get my special attack up, and now I'm actually go first, so I'm guessing it's a speed tie. I get a critical hit, but it didn't matter, unless it was some kind of weird special defensive variant. I don't get it. Here's Chinchou's going to go for Thunderbolt, so he gets a crit here, and it definitely mattered, but at least now I know it's Scarved. There's no way it could outspeed unless it was Scarved. So he's gonna send out his Tina again as I go back into my Dirtbet, and I'm gonna take this opportunity just to set up on it with stockpiles. Seeing this, he's just gonna try and go for Crunch, and he gets a critical hit and a defense drop here, and I'm just like, oh my god, are you kidding? As I go for another stockpile, and so I guess, you know, whatever. I got my defenses up. He goes for another Crunch, and he gets another defense drop. I can't believe it. I am so I'm like shaking with anger at this point. At this point, I'm saying screw it. I switch out in my Balto. After a Crunch, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, why couldn't he get the special defense drop here? I go for a sub just so I can get it to lower its defense with close combat, and he takes the bait quite nicely. So now I feel confident that I can KO with a Fire Blast. I mean, I think I could have before, but I didn't want to take any kind of risk. So now he's going to send out his Aloha, his Growlithe, and he gets off an Intimidate, so, you know, it's fine, whatever. And he goes for close combat. I can't believe that he outspeeds. I'm just wondering, okay, maybe it's Scarfed. I can go into my Dirtbet and take advantage of this. But no, he goes for Toxic next. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? How the hell did it outspeed me? And now I don't know what the heck's going on in this battle anymore. I'm just so confused. He pulls back his Aloha and goes into his his Glameow. And as I just go for Earthquake, and I see how much HP it leaves him with, and I know that he's going to take himself out with Life Orb Recoil. So I go into my Flashlight to try and set up on it. So down it goes, and now he's going to send out his Call Me, his Smoochum. Now I'm just going to try and set up with Agility, and he's going to go for Psychic. It does a lot of damage, but it's fine. It doesn't KO. So I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt and try and knock it out. However, it does not knock it out. I'm guessing this thing must have some either Eviolite or Special Defense investment. So now I'm just going to go into my Dirtbet and KO this thing with an Earthquake. And at this point, I just don't care anymore. This was just such a hacksy battle. I lost all chances of enthusiasm. And he's going to take me out with the close combat, and at this point, I just don't care. I just want the battle to be over. So here I'm going to send out my Snappy Feet, and he's going to go for Wild Charge. And it's going to do a lot. Surprisingly, it doesn't KO. And I go for Dragon Dance. Now here, I make a really gutsy play. I decide to go for another Dragon Dance, because if I don't, that Chinchou's going to come in and take me out. I wanted to take a risk here, but unfortunately, it didn't pay off. He's going to knock me out with a Wild Charge, and that's the end of the battle. Thanks for that battle, BlackDevil. I would love to have a rematch sometime. Okay, so instead of the commenter question of the day today, I'd like to use this time for something else. For anyone who wants to try competitive battling, I have one thing to say to you. Always make sure you're a good sport. There's nothing that ruins competitive battling like poor sportsmanship. I can't tell you how many times in this battle I just wanted to disconnect or turn off my game or just run away. And I even asked my opponent during the battle, hey, is it okay if I run away? He actually said sure, but you know what? I just couldn't do it. I know that I wouldn't be a good sport if I did, so I stuck with it and I lost properly. So that's my little advice for all of you who may want to go into competitive battling. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you guys all enjoyed that battle. Comment, rate, subscribe, and challenge.